Okay, so today I'm gonna do a review on Coconuts, which is banana prosthetic, like packing underwear or like straps and harnesses and things like that. So I've already done a review on the Coconut strap, but I had some questions about it. So I just wanted to kind of go over how it looks again. So this is how it looks from the front. That's a hole in here where you would put your prosthetic. And on the back, there are two flaps. So there's a couple different options here. How I wear mine, like that, but with the shaft hanging out. But you can put this in front, and you can put the shaft in here, or you can also let it hang out from here. But I feel like it's a lot of fabric, especially if it's like a smaller packer where there's not a lot going on and it's a lot of bulk here. So I think I prefer to do it like this if I'm just packing. However, if you're doing stand to pee, what you would want to do is have this in the front so that the back, I don't know if you can really tell, but it's lower. So if the front flap, well, you could see here actually. If the front flap is down here, the top flap is here. So if it's in the front, this one goes lower. This is where your stand to pee would be, right? So you would have your stand to pee and you would pop this in here, out or in, however you want. And then this is just gonna be less fabric to hold the like balls of your stand to pee, and your stand to pee pushes out here and the balls are here, and you know what to do, you gotta pee. So that's like my little thing for just going over this one again. I think, as you can probably tell from how kind of ratty it is, I really love this thing. I wear it a lot. I think it's great because it's versatile. With all these different flaps, you can kind of wear it however you want with whatever packer. I think the only issue I've had is sometimes this hole is a little bit small for thicker packer, like shafts, but you know, it stretches and I don't really care that much. So that's that. Also, I have used this for sex. It's not the best because I don't think it's really meant for that, but it's not. I would use this plus underwear, and then this kind of like is on me, and the underwear kind of hold it more, and it's just a little bit better like that. But that's not the intended use, so yeah, it works, but not perfect. Now these are their trunks that have the O-ring in it. It's kind of like Rodeoh, which I have here too, which I can compare. This one's cotton because it's the cheaper one for $19 for sure. So these are 96% cotton, which is amazing. I only recommend wearing cotton underwear. So these have the O-ring instead of just the circle. There's an actual O-ring in there for extra stability. And then inside, there's a little like pouch to hold kind of like just the ball part of your situation, right? So they feel really nice. They're really good quality. There's cat hair all over them because I have a lot of cats. So that was medium, and now this is large. So I went with the medium first, but you know, I gained a little weight and the medium was a little tight, and it kind of always was a little tight, and I think that speaks to it being a harness. Like, they want to make it a little tighter. I know Rodeoh does that as well, so it's not a new thing. You know what? They're the same price as Rodeoh. I mean, let me just pull out the Rodeos. So the Rodeos are, oh no, 95% cotton. Okay, I'll take it. They're both around 50 bucks, so they're kind of similar quality. Banana Prosthetics is a much smaller company, and they also are trans owned, I believe. So definitely not like Rodeoh. And then I can kind of show the different sizing. They're not super different in terms of size. So they're like a little bit, and I was kind of hoping that the, you know, bigger size would kind of have like the longer legs. I really, really wish that they made something that wasn't like a trunk or a brief. I wish they made more like a boxer brief or just a little bit longer. I just like feel pretty dysphoric when my underwear is so short. I think it would be really cool if they had an option where, like Rodeoh has the option to have something that covers the hole and you open it up. I think something like that would be amazing. And I believe they only have black right now, which I'm perfectly fine with, honestly. But if you're looking for more colors, yeah, you're probably gonna wanna go for Rodeoh. But yeah, so these are a small, and they're a bit thicker, actually. And then these are actually the oldest ones I own. So then there's these, a medium, a large in the back. So I kind of did the same thing with Rodeoh. I really wish, okay, so you can actually see pretty nicely here, like the difference. There might be a little bit more of a difference in these, but overall, I find that these make me feel like I am wearing underwear that isn't meant for me. Like, Rodeoh is really targeting the lesbian audience more so than the trans audience. And I think the way these fit kind of shows that. So that's why I kept trying to size up, because it just like didn't feel right. And I got to the large and I still didn't love them. So there's that. These are more comfortable, but I would say that the large doesn't feel super large and the medium doesn't. They maybe run a little small. So I would just consider that. They have the nice O-ring inside, and I can show them with my Gendercat here so you can kind of see a little better, right? So these are, this is a relatively thinner shaft, I would say, or like standard. And that's how it looks. And then, you know, and then on this side, what you can do is you can put the balls in here, in this little flap if you want, or you can leave them out, which I tend to leave them out. I like them to have a little more like stability and just like feel some more stuff. But yeah, so that's how that would look. I think it fits pretty well. A little tight. And then let me actually show how it looks with the Banana Prosthetics HP5. So this one is quite a bit thicker, if you can tell from this. So I would recommend getting something maybe a little thinner for these, but also for the Rodeohs. So it's really just, you just kind of gotta wiggle it in there, and then look, now this is all messed up. So yeah, I would just like try to gently move it down. And I think over time it could once you get it over that, like, you're good to go. You know, it fits, it works, nothing wrong with it. And then, you know, you also put the balls in and you're good. That still pops out. Got that. So, you know, it works. That's how it looks. And then let's take it out. So So, but yeah, it's good to see these kind of little things that take some time and it's a little bit hard to do it. That is my review. I think that they are good. However, I wish they were longer. I guess just having more options would be good. Like, for example, Rodeoh is like kind of a bigger company, but they have a lot of options for harness underwear. I think it would be good for Banana Prosthetics. You know, they've been out for a while now with these products, so it would be good to kind of expand a little bit. Maybe offer like some different styles, like the boxer briefs, or different colors, or you know, like have something to cover this, like how Rodeoh has that kind of like fly that you could open. Maybe like different size O-ring. Yeah, so that's what I think. Thanks for sticking around for another review, and have a good day. Don't forget to use my discount code JUNK at Banana Prosthetics.